Okay, a lot has changed. We got a lot to talk about. Where do I even start? I guess we'll talk about hitboxes first. I added a bunch of hitboxes for items, like the magic missile's back, the infernal blast is back, lucky arrow. I think I don't know if I've implemented that one before, but we got that one now. We got some new ones like soul bomb. Let me show you soul bomb real quick. This one's pretty cool. So soul bomb is a new cursed upgrade that where like every time you attack you spend some max HP to charge up the bomb. At 10 charges it launches, dealing huge damage and a huge explosion. And once you reach 50% HP you can't use it anymore, and it resets after every battle. Here it is in game. See it getting bigger every time I attack. And it's got a huge explosion. Oh yeah, you can see, that's a bug. You can see that I added a little extra little texture for the missing max HP. It's a debuff called Soul Suck, but I messed up the HUD element for it. Oh my days. Maybe I'm just bad at math. So now you see the debuff. There we go. That works. Okay, that's what I meant to do. Now it's a free explosion. I also needed to. I don't know, but yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. You may have also noticed that there are sound effects now. I was watching a video by Akita, the creator of Road to Kill, where he's talking about like what he learned from game development, and he said that like he was emphasizing the importance of sound design and like how it affects how the game feels, and he recommended like adding sound effects as you're making it instead of just waiting to add them all at once, because like it really affects how things feel. So I started just like, I don't know anything about sound design, so I was just kind of adding sound. Like I found like this free sound effect website, and I was just adding sounds from there. Like yeah, it sounds kind of not great, but I like this sound effect though. That was a good one. In other hitbox news, we got the chain lightning effect. The chain lightning is an effect that some hitboxes can have. You can put the chain lightning tag on a hitbox, and it'll create chain lightning on hit. What I wanted to do is I wanted to it acts like an explosion, where like it's just an area around the target enemy that hits and other nearby enemies. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to chain multiple times. So see in this diagram, the light blue lightning is the first hit, is like it's the initial chain, and the dark blue lightning is the secondary chain. So let's say I hit this wisp with a chain light with an attack that has chain lightning. So this wisp has like an area around it that chains lightning to other enemies. So this one gets zapped, this one gets zapped, this one gets zapped, and then these guys create another area of chain lightning that hits more enemies. But it only chains twice, and it can't chain to the same enemy. But I'm still trying to figure out how I want to code that. I was like debating having having a secondary chain lightning hitbox that doesn't have the chain lightning effects. Like I would put chain lightning chain lightning here, but this one doesn't have chain lightning. but that didn't really work out very well. So I'm still kind of figuring it out. Maybe I'll make it like an on-hit function. And another thing I wanted with this was I wanted to have like I wanted there to be like a delay between like each of the lightning hits, so you can actually see it not jumping from enemy to enemy instead of it just happening instantly, because that doesn't look very cool. I want it to look cool. I also made it so that goblins can attack, just for testing purposes, so I can like test out some features. This is just placeholder code. It's gonna be more than just create a hitbox and then that's it. Enemy attacks still use the O hitbox object. They just have the enemy damage type, which allows them to hit the player. And it still uses the hit enemy function, just that the enemy parameter is the player, usually. And it works. There's a few things that need to be changed, like for like the player stats. If it's not enemy damage, then it increases the player's damage dealt stat, and if it is enemy damage, then it increases the player's damage taken stat. There's a difference on hit function for player damage and enemy damage. I'm not super proud of how I implemented this. It's kind of messy, but you know, I'm still figuring it out. As always, it's gonna be improved later. I was gonna wait until I reworked the enemy code to head their attacks, but I had to do it now because there was another mechanic I wanted to test out. Like every good game ever, Gladius has a parry mechanic. If you're just holding block, then all shields are functionally the same, but if you're tying your block perfectly, then you can parry, and each shield has a unique parry function. So far we only have one, the basic shield, and for this one it's a riposte. So like when you parry, you can attack immediately after to like do a quick counter attack, and each weapon has a unique riposte attack. So far all I got is the one for the sword. It's called Blade Dance. It's kind of just a placeholder. If I don't end up keeping it, then you won't really be missing out on much. It's just a 3-hit combo. But yeah, it's not something you can equip like the other 4 moves. It's just the special counter attack for when you parry with the regular shield. So the Blade Dance attack, it's a 3-hit combo, so it's multi-hit. But unlike the other multi-hit hitboxes where it would reset the hit list on a specific a specified interval, I use something called reset frames, which resets the hit list during certain frames of the animation. So for the Blade Dance specifically, it's frame 5 and frame 9. So it's automatically the hit list is automatically clear on frame 1, so it only needs to reset twice for it to be 3 hits. And here's what it looks like when you parry an attack. Okay, I don't know why he's stuck. Oh shoot. That was like in reverse because I was facing the other way. Yeah, I still have that Spirit Bomb. So it was kind of hard to see there because it was happening so fast, but Blade Dance, each hit of Blade Dance has 10 frames of hit stop. So for 10 frames it freezes whenever you hit something. But if you like look really closely, you can see the animation was still playing during the hit stop. So I was trying to fix that by having this line of code here. The image speed is set to image speed, which is a number which is usually like it's a multiplier to the frames per second that this runs at. It's not supposed to do that. Is set to 0 or 1 depending on whether the freeze frame is 0 or not 0. So during hit stop, the image speed should be set to 0 and then the animation stops while the game is frozen. And this does work if you look really closely. The animation should stop when I parry. It was like kind of subtle, but like you could see it. It's much easier to see if there's a lot of hit stop. Like, so I set it to 60 frames of hit stop, so 1 second for. Hold on. It didn't even hit anyone. Hold on. So I see it, the animation stops during the hit stop. But the actual act of parrying is also supposed to cause a hit stop. So here, I want it to cause 15 frames of hit stop whenever you parry, and then you do the, it's like it hit the hit stop for 15 frames, and then you do the attack. But if I have it make 15 more than 1 frame of hit stop, the game freezes entirely. But this only happens if this number is greater than 1 and this line of code runs. And I have no idea why this happens. I wonder if this happens with any other attack. Like, so let's set this to 1, so because I have a sword, this should create a backstab attack whenever I parry. Okay, so let's try that. Yeah, it still freezes the whole game. What if I just comment out this line of code? So it's not. I don't know. It's not because of the riposte. The thing is, it only happens if this number is greater than 1. So if I set it to 1. Hold on, let me actually like. If I set it to 1, it doesn't happen. I don't take damage, so I successfully parried, but the game doesn't freeze. If I then set it to 15, but I comment out this line of code, yeah, there's 15 frames of hit stop, but it doesn't freeze. Oh, wait. Okay, I don't know if you caught that, but I saw something that wasn't supposed to happen. So, everything that needs to process every frame, like the player, enemy, and hitbox step event, doesn't process during hit stop. So when you press the guard button, there's a 7 frame parry window that it obviously decrements every frame, but it doesn't process during hit stop, so it's not gonna go down if the game is frozen. So if you saw, I got hit by the first enemy, which parried and caused the hit stop, and then the game freezes for 10 frames, and then after the hit stop was over, the other 2 enemies behind it were able to immediately attack, which then, because the parry window was still active, I parried those 2 as well, which caused more hit stop. The thing is, I shouldn't. Oh, never mind. I know exactly what I did wrong. So, parrying gives you iframes, makes you invincible, and I just put this in the wrong spot. There, now it works. So like if I parry and get iframes, I'm not supposed to be able to get hit again. And yeah, because this was above this, it was just processing first, and yeah, whatever. But that's so. What that tells me is that it wasn't the blade dance hitbox that was breaking; it's the enemy's attack hitbox. I don't know if that fixes the freezing problem though. Wait, it does. Wait, it does fix the freezing problem. 15 frames. Nah. Wait, it does fix the freezing. Wait, it does fix the... Why does that fix the problem? I legit don't get it. Why does this fix the problem? Oh, wait, I know why it fixes the problem. So, the anti-multi-hit measure that I added for non-multi-hit boxes is obviously the hit list. And even if the target is the player, it's still gonna add the player's ID to the hit list. Okay, so it shouldn't be able to hit the player multiple times unless it's a multi-hit hitbox. But since this is at the very bottom of this function and there's a return statement here, it never gets there if you guard. So the player would get hit multiple times. And before, this line of code was under this one, so it would still process the player on hit function before ending the function. And because the player wasn't in the hit list, it would do that every frame and constantly reset the freeze frame. That's why it was freezing permanently. Okay, you figured it out. Problem solved. Let's move on. We got a new mechanic, allies. There's just little like companions that fight for you in the arena, and they have like different special effects. So far, there are 2 allies. We got Will-o'-the-Wisp, a friendly spirit, and Zephos, the dark reflection of Gladius. You get allies from certain items. You can stack them to increase your allies' stats. So to get Willow, you get Willow from the Spirit Flame, the rare Spirit Flame item, and you get Zephos from the legendary Black Mirror item, which is a reference to the show Black Mirror. That show is fire, by the way. I especially like the part where Latita Wright switches to an American accent according to the subtitles, but still sounds exactly the same as she was talking before. Anyways, Zephos is cool because he's basically a second player. He has 100%, he inherits your HP, and each stack will increase his HP. He inherits your damage, your base damage, and he inherits your weapon, shield, spell tome, and common items. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun to code. Some allies will be able to inherit items, the one Zephos does, but there's gonna be like some item blacklists, like this one. That's a placeholder name. I am not keeping that. But yeah, this upgrade increases ally damage, and if the allies inherit that, then that might cause some problems. So this one's blacklisted. What else? This one, I don't know. Enemies don't, or allies don't really have gold, so I don't know if that one will work. Maybe I'll have to blacklist that. I don't know. I'm still deciding. Allies are created in basically the same way hitboxes are. Like, I just kind of copy and pasted the code from the create hitbox function. I just changed some things around, and it works. Let me show you Willow. So this is Willow the Wisp. She just follows you around and shoots fireballs at the closest enemy. Okay, it's not really the closest enemy. She like locks onto a target and like doesn't stop attacking that target until it's dead. I don't think I coded it that way on purpose. Like, even though the Wisps are closer, she's still attacking the goblins. But yeah, allies can be attacked by enemies. Oh well, they're going to be able to be attacked by enemies, and they have a certain amount of health before they get knocked out, and they have they need to recover after being knocked out. But yeah, she's also going to have an extra attack. I just haven't coded it yet. Zephos does nothing. He doesn't have any code. He's also just a color swap version of Gladius. He's just chilling. Oh, I didn't mention this before, but I also have it. You can see the hitboxes of everything. I can just turn it off and on whenever I want. So Zephos has to inherit your loadout, and then he has to change his behavior depending on what loadout you give him. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty tricky to code. He only inherits your common items because like it has to be strong because it's a legendary upgrade. But if he inherits all of your items, then that's gonna be that would be way too strong, especially since you can get multiple stacks of it, which basically just makes him stronger than you, like for free, because then he can die and all you have to do is wait for him to get back up. And it doesn't end the run. It's like how in Risk of Rain, right, you have the engineer has his turrets that inherit your items, but they're balanced by the fact that the engineer himself is kind of like is limited in terms of his abilities, and the turrets are also limited. Like they only have one attack, and sometimes the stationary turrets can't even move because items are ridiculously strong. So if you're gonna have something other than the player inherit items, then there's gotta be something to balance it. I'm still thinking of other allies to add. Like maybe I'm gonna add one that's like a bard ally that like plays music and provides buffs for you and your other allies. I'm still working on it. Who's playing music? Can you guys hear that? I mean, to be fair, they don't know I'm recording a video, so I guess I can't really blame them. Hopefully whatever music they're playing isn't like copyrighted and gets my video taken down. I mean, I have the background noise damper on, so maybe you can't hear it at all. Oh wait, it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna have background music on the video anyway. Never mind, let's just move on. New items and item changes. Obviously we got the new Spirit Flame and the Black Mirror, the new ally items. We got this thing. There we go. It increases ally damage by 20%. just like the sharpening stone and arcane crystal, which increase weapon and magic damage respectively. I'm probably gonna add some item that decreases the time it takes for allies to recover after being knocked out. I don't know if I already put that on there. I don't think I did. We got the shield polish, a common item. This one's funny. After parrying with your shield, grants 1 stack of the disregard buff, which allows you to block without taking guard damage. I like the name disregard. I thought it was funny. I had to add it to the game somehow. So every shield has a certain amount of health, and when you block, your shield takes damage. When you just do a regular block, your shield takes damage. You know, when it runs out of health, you can't block anymore. You get stunned and you can't block for this amount of frames. It's probably also going to be an item that decreases recovery time for shields. But if you just get good, then you won't ever need it. For rare items, you've got the allied knockout item. This is just a placeholder name because I don't know what I want to call it. Allies activate on kill effects when they're knocked out, so they would create the infernal infusion explosion, the flame essence explosion, and that's pretty much all I got for that for on kill effects. Obviously we got Soul Bomb. I showed you this earlier. Flame Essence actually got a rework. So it used to be burn effects are 4 times stronger, and burning enemies explode on death, applying 3 burn stacks to each enemy caught in the blast. But now it's just burn effects are 2 times stronger and are affected by magic damage modifiers, and it only applies 3 burn stacks. You know, not that that really matters to you right now. The Ice Essence, the 7th arcane power, which goes along with these ones. This one, I'm seriously considering it, but I have to like really think about if I want to do this, because this matters for the next game too. So I gotta like really think about what I'm gonna do with this before I really commit to it. And if I add the Ice Essence, I would have to also add the Tome of Cryomancy, because the spell tomes also correspond to the arcane powers. These upgrades are like special, because like they're, well, not just because they're actually special, but like they're just different. Because right now I have anything related to the arcane powers, I have them dealing magic damage instead of item damage. And they are going to correspond to the different spell tomes that are going to be in the game. But like, I'm still trying to decide what I want to do with them. Like, do I want to keep it so that they still deal magic damage and are affected by magic modifiers? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Oh, and I have to change this back because it's coded as Friendship Bracelet. So it would crash the game if I didn't have it like that. I've been like going through and changing like some of the names of the items. Like you may have noticed that this used to be called Death Nova, and now it's called Inferno Infusion. But it's probably, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep it like this, because you know, it's like it doesn't really feel right. And Flint Tip Blade too. I've been changing them because in Gladius Classic they're just like the upgrade names are just kind of abstract. Like Sharpening Stone was just sharpness, and yeah, this one's still the same as it was in Gladius Classic. It's just vitality, and then Reforge. And this one used to be Quick Slash. This one used to be like Strength. And this one too used to be called Charge Strike. And But like but that was back when they were just called upgrades. But now they're called items. And I wanted them to be like physical items you're buying from the shop, and not just buying the concept of hitting your enemies harder. Because like, what makes sense is like you're buying like this combat handbook that's like teaching you new techniques on how to like charge your attacks, instead of just buying the concept of hitting your enemies harder. There's still a few of them I need to change, like of course these two. The arcane powers, they're just called essences. I probably don't know if I'm gonna keep those. I might change them. Mysterious artifact, maybe I might change. Oh yeah, these two cursed items specifically, I don't even know if I'm gonna keep these in the game. So fragile strength. It's like the cursed items. They're like kind of based off of the lunar items from Risk of Rain 2, where they have like a really strong positive effect, but it's offset by a negative effect. Like this one is, you get double damage, but you have half your max HP. But the problem with lunar items in Risk of Rain 2 that I was trying to fix here is that lunar items, they're either so detrimental that if you take them you just lose, or you have a really bad time, like Stoneflux Pauldron, which halves your movement speed, or they're so good that you just win and the game isn't even fun anymore because there's no challenge, like Shaped Glass, which does the same thing as this, or Transcendence. And because lunar items are so hit or miss, most people don't ever use them. I never use lunar items in Risk of Rain 2. And here, like, I want you to actually use them. I want there to actually be like some decision making, like for when you're choosing to buy lunar items. Like there's actually a reason to take them and a reason to not take them, and you can actually use them to like spec into your build. And these two items, they kind of suffer from the same problem in Risk of Rain. Like this one's too overpowered. This one is probably also too overpowered. Chaos. This one's mostly just funny. Like I'm okay with it being like not that good, but funny. Like all damage dealt is distributed evenly amongst all enemies in the arena. So your single target damage actually doesn't really change much, because if there's only one enemy, then you deal full damage. This was mostly just a meme. I don't know. I'm probably gonna keep this. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But these two, I might just remove them entirely, because they're kind of not very well designed. The Forbidden Combat Handbook. I had this because it doesn't do anything yet, but like I kind of wanted the combat handbooks to be like a series. Like you got the Combat Handbook Volume 1, which increases your attack speed, Volume 2, which gives you charge attack, and Volume 6, which I'm still deciding. Volume 6 is probably gonna let you bring a second weapon into battle, so you can switch between them. I still don't really know about the Forbidden one. Maybe it's like you can equip an extra technique, but you have to press middle mouse click to use it. What I was saying before about changing these names to a combat handbook, because I don't want you to be buying the concept of swinging your sword faster. But like, the thing is, this doesn't make much more sense because the Combat Handbook Volume 1 is stackable. So you're buying multiple copies of the same book, and your attack speed is increasing because of it. That doesn't make much more sense than buying the concept of swinging faster, but you know, it's whatever. Last chance to look at me, Hector. He's staying down there because he knows he's finna get chopped up if he comes close. Good fight.